Understanding, that sounds familiar. Hello, language enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a common English phrase that you might have heard or will definitely encounter. That sounds familiar. Understanding these phrases can greatly enhance your fluency and comprehension of the English language. So, let's get started on this journey to master another piece of the English puzzle. The phrase, "that sounds familiar," is used when something you hear or experience reminds you of something you have already heard, seen, or experienced before, but you're not completely sure about it. It's a way of expressing a vague memory or recognition of something without being able to fully recall the details. This phrase can be related to people, places, things, or even ideas that seem to have been encountered previously. Understanding through examples is key to mastering the usage of "that sounds familiar." Let's look at a few scenarios. 1. When discussing music, imagine someone is humming a tune, and you think you've heard it before but can't remember where or when. You might say, "That sounds familiar, but I can't place where I've heard it." 2. Talking about people. If someone mentions a name that you think you've heard before, you might use the phrase to express that recognition, like, "That name sounds familiar. Did we meet them at a conference last year?" 3. Recalling information. When someone shares a fact or a story that you believe you've heard about, saying, "That sounds familiar," indicates you have some knowledge or memory about the topic, even if it's not entirely clear. While "that sounds familiar" is a useful phrase, it's important to use it in the right context to avoid confusion. Here are some tips. Use it when you have a vague recollection of something, not when you are certain. It's often used in informal situations or casual conversations. Pair it with follow-up questions if you're interested in clarifying your memory, such as, "Can you tell me more about it?" "That sounds familiar" is a phrase that bridges the gap between a vague memory and the desire to connect it with the present. It's a testament to our brain's ability to recognize patterns and hints, even if we can't recall the full details. We hope this video helps you understand and use "that sounds familiar" more confidently in your English conversations. Keep practicing, and see you in the next video.